Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi and welcome. My name is Jennifer and I make videos all about houseplants. Now, if I could only have 15 plants, what do you think it would be? I have 128 plants in my collection and picking 15 is just super hard. But I tried my best and today I'm going to share with you all of those 15 plants that I will take with me if I could only have 15 plants in my collection. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's get into it. Alright guys, so the first plant that I will choose if I could only have 15 for sure is my Sable Blue. This plant I have started from a cutting. I think it was like a 2-leaf cutting that I grew and propagated and it turned into like a full pot of beautiful Sable Blue plant. And I am so happy about this plant, very easy care plant, and it propagates easily. Like you can make a full plant out of this super quickly. I have chopped this just recently and I have sold the cuttings and given away some of it too to my friends. And it is still like, you know, growing a lot. I am thinking of propagating it again, so I could add more to the bottom of the pot, although it is already looking full. Very easy, very beautiful plant. And yeah, I would have to take this with me for sure if I could only have 15 plants. Next plant on my list is my Monstera Celticana, which like the Sable Blue is also very easy to propagate. And I also have grown from cutting. And now it is giving me a full pot of plant, and it is giving me some fenestrations too on the older leaves, and it is just beautiful. I love how dark the leaves gets as they are older. Very beautiful, super chill plant. I'm not sure, how do you guys grow your Monstera Celticana, because I am really just running out of space for stakes. This is on a bamboo stake and I'm thinking of just, you know, letting it trail down, but I'm not sure. I kind of really like how the fenestrations come out, and I've heard they do fenestrate if they are you know, climbing on a pole or something. So that's what I'm trying here, but the leaves on the top are not getting any more bigger anyway, and the roots are not really, well, this is not a moss pole, so it is not really attaching to the stake. So I don't know what I'm doing here really. So what do you guys think? Should I leave it on a stake or just let it trail down? Anyway, this is my beautiful Monstera Celticana that I grew from cutting, and now it's getting huge. Alright, of course you cannot have pothos in your collection, and one of the plants that I will take with me for sure if I could only have 15 is this Pearls and Jade pothos that is just super easy care. Like, I don't remember showing you this because this is just on the back of my shelf, like behind me on the bottom, and it is just growing pretty well. I love how full the plant is getting, and it is starting to trail. I used to hang this in our bedroom like during the winter, but I put it on the shelf this summer under a grow light and it is doing pretty well. So I would say that this is a very easy care plant, and of course I'll take this with me if I could only have 15. Alright guys, the next one is a philodendron that is super easy too. Very beautiful plant. I have gotten this when it was a little baby, and it is my philodendron jungle boogie. Always giving me new leaves. This is also on the bottom shelf of my shelf. So it is just getting light from a grow light, and it is doing pretty well. It is working on a new leaf here. I did help it a little bit because it was getting stuck on the cataphil. So I did help it a little bit the other day, and I'm hoping it will come out very soon, or unfurl, I mean. I love the leaves of this one, the shape of the leaves. I'm not sure about the brownings here. Maybe, I think this happened when I sprayed with neem oil. I put it back directly under the grow light, and I think it got burnt a little bit, but I kind of like how it looks. I mean, it's like an added color to the green leaf, and it's beautiful. And I am happy that it is now starting to, like, the leaves are starting to grow up. I think it's because of the light coming from the grow light, so it is reaching for the light above, because it is getting compact, unlike when the leaves are spread out and it's a pain to look for space for it. But I love this plant, so I am taking this for me for sure if I could only have 15 plants. Alright, so the next one I have is also a plant that I barely show on my channel, and that is my Rafael Flora cursive. Like most of my plants, I got almost all from cuttings. So this one I got as a cutting too, and this has already grown for me. When I got it, it had 2 leaves, and actually this is not the original cutting anymore. I had already chopped that cutting, and this is like the top cut of that cutting, and that mother, or the cutting before, I already had given to a friend. So this, like all of these leaves have grown in my care, and it is working on this newer one. This just unfurled a few days ago, or maybe just the other day actually. It is still very soft, and I am happy about this plant. Very slow grower. It does take its sweet time to grow, but I'm just loving this plant. Very beautiful and very easy care. So yeah, Rafael Flora cursive. Now the next plant that I am going to show you is actually 2 different kind, or 2 different variety, but same kind. And I couldn't just pick one, so I am counting this as one, but there are 2 plants. So this is my regular jade plant that is sun stressing, because I have this on my windowsill, and some of the leaves are just turning reddish on the back. This one is a plant that thrives from neglect. Like, I literally don't do anything for this plant. I just have this on the windowsill. I think I water like maybe once a month, if I could remember to water it, because this plant is behind a curtain, and I really don't check this much often, so I would always pick this plant. Now the other one is this Variegated Jade that is beautiful and very easy care too, although I am seeing some brown spots in there. I mean, that's fine. It is growing. I love how the leaves are curling. unlike the regular one. So yeah, this is my variegated jade plant. Okay, now the next plant I have is a Hoya Macrophila that I am super proud of because I started this as a 2-leaf cutting. So when I first got this maybe a month ago, it didn't have this branch here going up. So this all has grown in my care and in a very short time. So I would say this is a very fast growing plant, and this one is also from my care already. So this basically is just from the old, these are the old leaf, like this one here and this one, and that's it. The rest has grown in my care. So very easy care plant, very beautiful. And I don't know if I mentioned the name. This is my Hoya Macrophila that I got on Facebook Marketplace as a cutting. So yeah, very easy care, very beautiful plant. The next plant I have is actually a plant that I find a little difficult to propagate, and it takes time to grow, and it is my Monstera Peru. I got this one as a, I think a 3-leaf cutting with a very long strand of stem, but I propagated it. I gave a cutting to a friend, and I was left with this. All these leaves has grown in my care, and I think I've had this plant for almost a year now. It is just a super slow grower plant. But I love the texture of the leaves of this plant. Very pretty. And just a very chill plant. It just takes its time to grow. So yeah, my Monstera Peru. Alright, now the next plant that I will show you is my Burlmarks Philodendron, a variegated one. This plant has threatened to revert many times in my care, but I always chop it back, and sometimes it works, like it will grow back the variegation. But lately I am just I don't know, I feel like giving up on this plant, but I just can't, because look how beautiful the leaves are. So this is the newest leaf that it gave me. Pretty decent still, like the variegation, and it did get a little bigger compared to the rest. So I gave it another chance, and I still have to, you know, try my best to grow this into a better plant. And right now it is curling, like some of the leaves are curling. I'm not sure if it just needs water or it has some pests in it. I don't see any, but I'll have a thorough check on this later on. So yeah, my variegated Burlmarks. Alright, the next plant that I'm going to show you, and of course I am having a hard time to put it on the screen, is my Monstera Adamsonii. This I couldn't just not pick. This is my big Monstera Adamsonii that I have grown from a little plant, and now it's just a huge plant. This is also a very easy care plant and very beautiful. I love how the leaves are. And yeah, I think I've featured this recently, so I'm just not gonna talk much about this one. But yeah, this is my Monstera Adamsonii that I will take with me for sure if I could only have 15 plants. Alright guys, now for the last 5 plants, I had to move downstairs to the living room because it is just easier to show them to you because I have them on the living room. So I will start first with this Sansevieria. I have googled it and it gave me Sansevieria bacillaris. I am not exactly sure if it is right, but I just love how pretty this plant is. It grows upwards, but I think because my pot is a little small, so the leaves doesn't really go straight up. It spreads out so I may have to repot this very soon, but at this time I just have it tied together so they are not spread out so much. And I love this plant because this is just like a good plant to fill in a spot. I have it actually, like I have this plant behind our TV just to have some greenery behind there because I just find it bare. And this can tolerate low light as well. I've had this plant for a long time now. That's why I have a hard time parting with this. I had this plant when I was renting a room, and I had this at the windowsill. And yeah, I have like quite a connection to this plant. So this is my Sansevieria bacularis. Okay, so the next plant that I really have a hard time just letting go of is this Marble Queen Pothos. This has quite a memory for me too, because I got this one Christmas of 2020 from a friend, and it was like a cutting, or no, it was actually a baby plant, like a very tiny plant, and I have grown it since into this full plant. And I have actually taken a lot of propagations from this already. So yeah, I could just not live without this one. So this is my Marble Queen Pothos. Very beautiful plant. I have this by my window, and it is enjoying the sunlight that it is getting. Like, it gets some direct sunlight early in the morning. Well, it's filtered sunlight actually, because I have like a sheer curtain, so it doesn't really get direct sunlight. But yeah, very beautiful plant and very easy care too. All right, the next one I have, this is my money plant. Although it is just, you know, a stick with some leaves on the top, I like this one so much. This was given to me by my co-worker when I think when she started working with me, and we got to talking about plants. I didn't know her back then, and then we found out that we both like plants, and so she gave me this one. This is my money tree. I have this one sitting by the entryway, and it seemed to be okay with low light. Like, it doesn't get any light at all, like just maybe a very, very minimal amount, but it's fine. It is growing, and I love how it looks. It's like a little tree. So yeah, this is my money tree. Two plants. So this is my Scindapsus trubii Moonlight, that is just very full and looking so happy. I also have propagated this a lot of times. I have gotten a lot of cuttings from this plant, and it's just growing. I am so very happy with this plant. Very easy care. I just have it hanging on a macrame hanger, and very happy. The roots are very happy, so I am happy. Very easy care plant. Doesn't take a lot out of me. I just water this once in a while, and I think right now it needs water. Although I don't know, the pot is still slightly heavy, but I think because this is right next to the window, it gets hot and the plant gets thirsty, so I may water this a little bit after this video. So yeah, this is my beautiful Scindapsus trubii Moonlight. Oh, I love the leaves of this plant. Very pretty, and not just your typical leaves. I love how the shade of blue leaves are. Very pretty plant. But not the least for sure is my rubber plant. This is my Ficus elastica tineke. that is huge and pretty. So I would for sure take this one if I could only have 15 plants. I know it takes a lot of space and it needs a lot of sunlight, but I would really try my best to have this one because this is very beautiful plant. And I finally get to know how to take care of this, because when I started collecting plants, I really don't know how to take care of ficuses. I think I have killed one of this kind, and yeah, I finally have figured it out, and this one is growing happily for me. It requires a lot of sunlight, consistent watering for sure, and yeah, other than that, it's just a very chill plant, and it just is very beautiful. I love the variegation on these leaves, and it is actually giving me bigger leaves than the older ones. See these leaves here. It's not as big compared to the top leaves. These are super huge and very pretty. See that? That's bigger than my hand actually. Like you can't see my hand on the back of it. So yeah, very beautiful plant and very easy care. So yeah, that's the 15 plants that I would pick for sure if I could only have 15 of them. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!